You know, that moment. You're in a conversation and suddenly there's a pause. Someone looks at you. They're waiting for your opinion. And you do have something to say, a thought, a feeling, a response. But instead, you stay quiet. You nod. You smile. You let the moment pass. Later, maybe much later, you replay it in your head and think, I should have said something. If this feels familiar, this video might be about you, because silence doesn't just happen by accident. It often feels safer than speaking up, for reasons we rarely notice. Let's talk about why. For some people, silence is about anticipating damage. Before you speak, your mind runs a quick calculation. What if I say this wrong? What if they misunderstand me? What if it turns into an argument, so you stop yourself? This kind of silence is learned. At some point, speaking up led to embarrassment, dismissal, or conflict. Your brain remembered that moment and quietly filed it away as a warning. Now silence feels like protection. Not because you're afraid, but because you've learned what speaking can cost. Then there's another kind of silence, the kind that comes from having too many thoughts, not too few. Some people don't speak because their inner world is complex. They see multiple sides. They feel nuance. They notice contradictions. And turning all of that into a sentence feels impossible. So they stay quiet, not because they have nothing to say, but because words feel too small. If this is you, silence isn't emptiness, it's processing. Then there are people who stay quiet to conserve energy. You're aware of the room, the mood, the unspoken rules. You know that explaining yourself will take effort. You know correcting someone will lead to more talking, and you decide it's not worth it. This kind of silence isn't fear, it's selectivity. You speak when it matters and stay quiet everywhere else. But there's a deeper layer we don't talk about much. For some people, silence feels safe because it prevents being seen. When you speak, you reveal something, your values, your boundaries, your emotions. And once those are visible, they can be judged. Silence keeps you ambiguous, hard to read, hard to pin down. You don't have to defend yourself if you never fully show yourself, and that can feel incredibly safe. Then there's silence as emotional self-protection. Speaking up is vulnerable. It opens the door to connection, but also rejection. If you've reached out before and felt ignored, misunderstood, or let down, your mind learns something simple. Staying quiet hurts less, so silence becomes a shield. Not because you don't want connection, but because connection has felt unreliable. Here's the part most people miss. Silence does protect you. But over time, it also shapes how others see you and how you see yourself. You become the quiet one, the observer, the listener, and roles are comfortable. But the same silence that keeps you safe can also keep you unseen. The question isn't whether silence is good or bad. The question is whether it's chosen or automatic. So next time you stay quiet, ask yourself this. What did silence protect me from just now? And then ask just as gently, what did it cost me? There's no right answer. Sometimes silence is wisdom. Sometimes it's self-care. And sometimes it's fear wearing a calm face. Which kind of silence do you recognize most? Let that question sit with you.